Welcome to Dodgy Mods Garage. I'm Saurav Narayan.
And I'm Caleb Giblett, but I'll also be referred to as Cecil. We're super stoked for this to be our first ever YouTube video. We are both very new to this, and we would greatly appreciate any support and help that we can get to make our videos the best possible for you, our viewers. So, to kickstart off our journey, let's first tell you a little bit about ourselves and where the Dodgy Mods Garage name came from. Saurav?
So for me, my passion of cars and the one I own today started all the way back when I was a kid and Matchbox cars were still relevant. I loved cars, and growing up, I couldn't wait to turn 16 and get my L's, then turn 18 and get my P's, and ultimately buying my first car. Just before I turned 16, a family friend actually asked me if I wanted their 2002 Toyota Echo that they wanted to just get rid of. I used the Echo to learn manual in the few years that I had it, and when I turned 18, I decided I wanted to upgrade. The 86 has always been my dream car since they came out in 2012. As an 11-year-old, I hopped onto eBay and bought myself this very keyring right here, which is the logo of the 86, and thought to myself, if I was ever to get one, it's going on my keys, which I obviously did the second I picked up my car. I remember asking my grandpa to drive me to the dealership in Sale one day just so I could have a look at one in person. I never really thought I'd be able to get one of my own so early, but thankfully the right one came up. I got a good deal for it, and I decided to drive the 5 hours up and 5 hours back just to bring it home, just to bring it home, just to bring it home, just to bring it home.
So for me, my mad obsession with Mazda came long before I even had a car. From a young age, I fell deeply in love with racing and drifting, and seeing cars like the RX-7, GTR and Supra dominating motorsports, I found a new appreciation for JDM muscle. When I turned 16, I bought myself a 2001 Ford Laser. Not the greatest, it was sure fun. I spent a lot of my time in and out of school looking at the mods that I could do to it, all while drooling over its twin, the Mazda SP20. It wasn't until the Laser broke down a few times and caused me much grief that I sought out to find a real SP20. And fortunately enough, I snagged one up cheap from a family friend. It was my dream car as they're super rare, fun to work on, and one of the funnest small hatchbacks I've ever driven from its time.
So far on the 86, we've installed a 2.5-inch catback X-Force exhaust with Varex, a ducklit spoiler from Zero Offset, aftermarket taillights with sequential indicators, and a rear diffuser from Mars Performance, as well as having the calipers sprayed red and a black banner done in partnership with Ben Boyle at Glossworks Detailing. In terms of plans going into the future, I would be looking into new rims, tyre lettering, custom intake, aftermarket headlights, possibly even a colour change, and eventually going to forced induction by means of a bolt-on or an entire engine swap, which is yet to be confirmed.
As the boys and I were casually playing in the garage, performing some quality mods on our cars, using some seriously unorthodox methods, Saurav and I had a good old chuckle over how dodgy it must look from an outsider's perspective if they saw us modifying our cars. Thus the name Dodgy Mods came about. It wasn't until the boredom of quarantine hit and not being able to drive around every weekend that we tossed up the idea of starting up a brand to share content with car enthusiasts alike, especially those around our community. This idea initially being a wouldn't it be funny if we moment that turned into a let's actually do.
In terms of what's to come on the channel, within the next few months I would like to have completed my banner, install a front splitter, spice up things with a bit of powder coating, and do some work on the interior. Demon eyes, headers and coilovers will also be some of the mods taking place in the next few months if we can find them at a reasonable price.
As well as the mods on the 86, upcoming videos on my SP20 will include slamming it on its guts, as well as completing my intake system, engine bay setup and finishing up my headlight retrofit, with a few extra goodies thrown in between. These will be featured on our channel as their own episodes as we move along with our videos.
Cecil's SP20 aside, we've also got a couple of our mates' cars that we will slowly be introducing to the channel, such as a 2007 Hawkeye WRX, G3 Impreza and a 2012 VE Z-Series wagon. So be sure to stay tuned on our Instagram at Dodgy Mods Garage for updates on mods and new videos.
As you can tell, this video has been a little laid back, as it's hard for us to film and record during the coronavirus crisis. We hope that everyone is staying safe and remembering to look out for each other in these times. If you've liked what you've seen and want to see some real mod videos and other awesome content, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button below so we can bring you more videos and more often. Thank you.